My name is Kang Bak-ya. I'm a cop. I'd been doing this for 7 years. Or is it 8? I can't really remember. Today the old man assigned another newbie to my unit. He had always wanted my unit to become as big as Unit 1. Why did I need so many people? Detective work wasn't like street fighting. I had a headache whenever I pictured the image of so many people in the unit passing their lunches over their heads during lunch break. And this newbie today was full of that kind of fighting for justice crap. Lunatic. Well, screw it, whatever. I was just going to wait for a few days, then I would find an excuse to send him over to Unit 1. Everybody would be happy then. We were always very busy. The files for the open cases had been stacking up on desks, starting to resemble small hills. Among all the police precincts in the entire Republic of Korea, Busan might be one of the top 5 busiest precincts, thanks to the violent gangs in the area. And that is what we will be dealing with today. Hello you, and welcome to some kind of Fox content, and welcome back to Will, A Wonderful World. The Musun Gang and the Bongmon Gang, which I totally mispronounced. The biggest violent gang in the Busan region, mostly deal with drugs and arms trafficking. There are 4 groups within the gang, the this, and the this. Their boss's most famous saying was, as long as you're still breathing, you gotta do what you wanna do. And then this one made a gang to the rival of the Musun Gang in the Busan region. And the business encompasses this and entertainment. Wait, entertainment? Huh. Unlike the Musun Gang, the Bangman Gang is less violence-prone and puts more emphasis on intelligence. As long as it pays, you gotta do what you gotta do. Huh. These 2 gangs never made our lives easy. Recently, the old boss of the Musun Gang had been severely ill. His underlings were all itching to become the successor. There were at least a dozen people killed in the infighting every day. If I kept saving up my vacation days like this, I would probably have enough time to plan for my next trip to the moon. The case today was an annoying one too. It was a hostage case, but the kidnapper and the hostages belonged to the same gang. It was a so-called family matter. What was worse was that the kidnapper was someone quite important in the Musun Gang. The old man always told us to keep things easy so as to avoid a direct confrontation with the gangs. He had told me again today multiple times to bring the kidnapper in without hurting anyone, please. Without hurting anyone. Don't you know who I am? If he had really wanted that, he would not have assigned the case to me. I was crawling in a narrow air vent duct. I could hear breathing sounds all around me, both loud and quiet, as well as the sounds of the fans. The air smelled disgusting. I loosened my collar a little. Yeah, F this, I'd rather climb up from the outside of the building with my bare hands than suffocate inside this goddamn tube. Why couldn't I just walk in from the door and pop 2 shots into his head? I'd finally arrived at the top of the room. The voices coming from below sounded very weird through the vent. You stay there! And don't you effing move! All of you, don't move! Target was sitting on a couch at the other end of the room. He kept waving the gun in his hand around and pointed it at the other one's heads every once in a while. Those poor bastards were all his underlings. None of them even dared to look up. I'd seen lots of junkies that would get so high that they wouldn't recognize their own mother. Still, the scene right below me was so unusually funny that I almost chuckled. The area below the vent was right in the view of the bay window. Anyone could easily see inside the room from across the street through that window. My task today was to lure him over. I got closer to the vent, trying to observe the situation more closely. Clang! A loud noise came from somewhere. Don't move! I heard a man's voice. A bullet flew out without me seeing it. The nails fastening the vent register had been shattered by the bullet, and it bounced off a few meters away into a corner. After a tumble and a half, I fell and smashed into the white carpet along with the vent register. 5 meters away, the junkie was holding his gun with a shocked expression on his face, and smoke was still coming out of the dark, shaking barrel. I have a hunch that we're gonna be dealing with the bullet in this one. Near my shoulder, my shirt had turned from its original red to another kind of red, and the colored patch kept getting larger. You've let yourself get hurt again, idiot. A voice that I couldn't be more familiar with appeared in my head once again, while also sounding like it was coming from out of this world. Ah, shoot. I had come back to this room again. The room was extremely dark. There was no furniture inside except for a light bulb hanging from the center of the ceiling. A slightly shorter person walked out from a dark corner reluctantly. His hair was all messed up and his eyes didn't even look alive. As soon as he pushed me away from underneath the light, a mysterious force dragged me into the corner. I was swallowed by darkness. Whenever I was in danger, this guy would come out against my will. But at a moment like this, well, shoot. What a crappy day. Whoever stood under the light would have control of the body. From this moment on, I was no longer in command of my own body. I managed to dodge all of the flying bullets coming towards me with extreme agility and inhumane postures. Oh, it's from the Matrix. When I got back on my feet, I somehow had a gun in my hand. The 13 9mm bullets in the magazine were fired like a machine gun. Each one of them went through his head. Broken eyeballs splashed all over the barely recognizable face of the junkie. Everything was a terrible mess. The junkie had collapsed to the floor like a pile of mud, but now the gun was aimed at his henchmen that were still all tied up. Things were taking an ugly turn. One bullet, one life, no waste. But I hesitated when the gun pointed at a muscular guy with a tattooed head. The muscular guy suddenly swept me at my ankle with his leg. I lost my balance, knocked my head on a short table, and passed out. When I woke up, I was lying in the hospital with tubes coming out all over my body. Min Yun was sitting next to me, sound asleep. 8. Death. As per usual, I had to write 1,000 words for each death in the report, which meant I needed to write 8,000 words. Moreover, the target this time was not just a regular punk. His father was the leader of Gangmun Group within the Musun Gang, Choi Yo-han. That would mean another 4,000 words at least. Gosh, my head hurt so bad. Sweet Jesus, give me a break, please. Oh, wow, it was almost like watching an action movie. If only I had some popcorn. Oh my god, don't ruin the solemn mood by suddenly thinking about popcorn. Okay, sorry, there's no popcorn here, but we do have osmanthus cakes. I don't know what that is, but that sounds freaking delicious. Oh, that's great too, I'm not very picky. Oh, Jesus Christ. So if I want to eat cake while watching a movie... Oh no, I mean, while working? Is there any way I could do it hands-free? These letters are not like the regular letters that I can just read in front of me. I have to follow the thoughts of the writer by confirming it sentence by sentence. Jesus Christ, this one. Although, there is indeed a way. If you want to free your hands to eat something or do something else, all you need to do is hit A. Hang on, is something gonna happen when I hit A? Is he gonna be like, restart? I'm clicking it. Huh? Oh, it probably puts this thing on auto. Okay, well. Then the letters will... well, there we go. Furthermore, if you want to read it faster while you are not eating, you can activate the skip text option in the options. Afterwards, everybody... what? Wow, everybody now. Yeah. I went in sync there for a moment. Is it in sync the one that did? I don't know. Afterwards, every button press will reveal an entire line of text immediately. All of these tips have been archived inside the help menu, which will be periodically updated as we go along. If you have any questions, don't forget to check the information there. Okay, got it. Well, how are we gonna solve this one? I take it we give the bullet to the girl so she can shoot the kidnapper and just, you know. There we go. There's no bullet in the gun. Whoop and whoop. There we go. Fixed it. That's an S rank right there. God, I'm good at being a god. Reading, however, not so much. The nail fastening the vent had been shattered by the bullet, and it after a tumble, it fell into the carpet, and then 5 minutes he was pointing a gun at me, but he looked really scared and his hands were shaking. Don't, just don't. You dare move. Do something. I don't know. This was serious. Oh God, I dropped my gun and held my hands behind my head. I did as he said and sat together with the other hostages. Poop. I was going to move to Unit 3, another big favor. Yeah, but that's Unit 3's problem. A bullet that had come from the door hit me in the... No, yeah, that's not what I meant by saying give her a bullet. I meant that she could put it in her gun and then pew pew and, you know. Well, there goes my S rank. So she died of people arguing at the door, and then that happened, and they were all strangers, and tears rolled down her face, blood down her belly, and, you know, it was true what they said. The people you wanted to see the most in your last moments would be your own family. At least you got to see her brother again. I did an A rank over here. I'm good. What if we... Oh. This. Here we go, S rank. Easy. Where were the bullets? Wait. I had taken out the magazine yesterday while doing maintenance. I must have forgotten to bring it along earlier. Whoopsie doopsie. Poop. Must have been too tired recently. My memory was getting really bad. Maybe in a couple of years I would have Alzheimer's disease. A page mignon through radio. Sorry, I don't know what's up with my voice today. My throat is clogging up. That there was a change of plans and we needed to fall back. I heard a loud boom coming through the air duct behind me just as I climbed out the vent. Only later did I learn that the room with the target had an inexplicable explosion. Everyone died. I was fired immediately. Bad ending. God darn it. Indicated that everyone had been burnt to ashes. There were no survivors. I never imagined that forgetting the magazine would turn out to have saved my life. I suppose today wasn't a poopy day after all. Oh, well, that's good. How did you survived? For piss's sake. Okay, so. So the bullet stays over here. And then there were no bullets in the gun, but you did hear a clang, so there's that. I accidentally knocked down a ladder that had been put against the wall. The guard in the room woke up. He stumbled into the hallway, still quite sleepy. I suddenly had an idea. Hands up! Don't make a sound or I'll shoot. I pointed the gun at his head. I knew there was no bullet, but maybe he didn't. Or maybe he had forgotten. He slowly walked towards me. He grabbed the gun with one hand and took it out of my grasp. He had no hesitation. I was kidding myself. God darn it. He dragged me back into the room. This time he cuffed up my feet so that I wouldn't be able to escape again. Julie's body was still lying there. Flies began hovering around her face, but they didn't seem to have any intention to clean up the scene. Would I end up like Julie? Final destination? Bad ending. The bullet hit the vent, then it happened to deflect and hit my shoulder. What a wonderful day for me. Blood was streaming down my arm and dripping onto the vent. Then it dropped onto the carpet from the room below. Wait, what is this? The target step were getting closer. Then he stopped. Yeah, I didn't need to look. The bastard must have been standing there right beneath the vent. Soon he would lift his head, look up and notice me. There was the sound of the window glass shattering. Then was the sound of flesh being destroyed. Mission complete. Everything went as planned. Well, almost. I stood next to the junkie's body, which was missing half of his head. Oh, poop. You're supposed to just lose a leg or something. This was a little different from what the old man had demanded. Minion had just rushed over from the building across the street. He dropped to his knees with a thud as soon as he saw me. I'm sorry, Lieutenant. It was my mistake. I missed. Whoopsie poopsie. Looked like he hadn't forgotten the last time when he did not follow the plan exactly and had to write a 200,000-word report. If apologizing was good enough, what would we need the cops for then? Checked the junkie's pocket. There was only 50,000 won and half a pack of Marlboros. I stuffed the money into mint juice. Wait, are we stealing from a crime scene? Well, which was the name of the junkie, was just trash in the society and he just... Whoa, calm down there, Mr. Cop. After witnessing such a bloody ending, maybe his loser buddies would learn to behave a little too. Yeah, maybe it wasn't too bad after all. Touch his head, don't worry about it, well done. If that's an S... That's an S?! Okay, so... I know how to fix this. There was no bullet in the gun and then clang and then... But there we go. For pism's sake, how am I supposed to solve this now? This is an S, but this is not? If I take anything and put it over here, this is not gonna be an S anymore. What if we do this? Everything happens to her, nothing happens over here. What about that? There's no other regular when used. The only possible distraction was the 3 layers of water barrels stacked in one corner of the room. I raised my handgun with the silencer attached. I aimed and pulled the trigger. The bullet hit a barrel and red flames erupted from it. Raging fire swept across the room, swallowed the junkie and his pathetic underlings. Then it gushed into the air vent. I was slowly suffocated and I died. God freaking damn it. I should have thought about this and lured him over in another way. Whoa, I made it really bad. What if the clang was over here? And then this. What about that? Nope. Hang on. Wait. No, not that. Why is everything with her bad? See, that's an S rank there. What if this? What if this? What if we do this? Then everything's bad. You know what? Screw it. There we go. S rank. Hang on. Can I do anything to save her? Nope. Everything's bad. I don't care. There we go. Sucks to be you. No new messages. Okay, well, what? Well, then what? Do I go back to this? How do I... There we go. The start. Rank A, rank S. Well, what do I do now? Hang on. How do I zoom out? Here. So everything over here with the tennis ball and the teacher, that's all funky-dory. Carlos is doing okay too. Alicia, not so much. And then Chang Chong Ming has an A. I mean, it's gotta be one of those two that I gotta fix, but I can't. They are unfixable. Oh my god, are we actually gonna have like stories all the way down here? I don't know what to do. Doggy, help. Profiles, help. That doesn't help shit. Orange text on the other quality. Yeah, I know, but option help collections maybe. Nope. Okay, so like they should be possible to get right. So yellow are the ones that we are on now. So I got the good ending over here. The not so... Wait, what? Oh yeah, S. Why is this not an A rank then? If this is the one I'm on. Or did I just unlock that? Well, you won't work. What if we... Everything over here? Oh! Ah! I figured you out, game. Nails was been shattered by the bullet. A few meters in the corner, tumbled, fell, and smashed the carpet. And then 5 meters away, he was holding a gun. Shocked expression. Boom, boom. Here we go. Shaking barrel next to shoulder. Already in red. He's been hit. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. I was like in my head again. This world. I had to go. This room again with the darkness and the whatnot. Can I? Hello? Go. Yeah, well, I can eat something while I let this run. He does the matrix, and then he has this out-of-body thing. The trigger kept clicking, but no bullets were fired. With the magazine that was forgotten, and then although hand-to-hand combat would only mean one thing, my opponent was going to suffer even more. I began to sympathize with the poor bastard. As I had lost control of my body, and I'd been so exhausted, the view before my eyes was starting to get shaky and blurry. In my skipping vision, I glanced Minyun, waiting for a chance for his best shot from the roof of the building across the street. He could see everything inside the room in his scope on the sniper rifle. I punched the junkie on the nose. His nose was broken into an asymmetric shape, and blood was coming out of both his nostrils. However, the junkie seemed to become more lucid. After the punch, he looked outside the window, following the direction of my eyes. He had noticed a clear view from the window, a perfect spot for a sniper. However, I didn't know anything about today's plan. The junkie saw an opening and suddenly grabbed my body. Then he quickly turned around and forced my back towards the window. The bullet shattered. Oh, for piss sake, now I got shot. Ah! Okay, so I need to mix up that somehow. Is she at least safe? Now that I had made up my mind, I had to follow through. The Lord would bless me. Well, don't be so sure about that. Raised the gun and tried to shoot one of the Asian men. Trigger felt so heavy and the recoil almost knocked the gun out of my hand. You used 6 bullets quickly, it still didn't hit. How the fuck do you miss everything? They aimed this shot at my feet. I had to keep crawling back. How could I possibly? Well, for piss sake! Everything over here is bad. So, clang, and then this, but there was no bullet in the gun. That's also bad. But then there was no bullet, and then the bullet. There was no bullet, and then clang, and then there was no bullet, a bullet, and then clang. There was no bullet, a bullet. I swear to God. No, not reset. Nope. I'm fixing this one way or the other. So it's not that. What about this? Nope. What about What about this? Nope. What about this? Oh, I have godly powers, but these pieces of banana can't fucking hit for shit. Stop losing control of your body. Whenever I was in danger, this guy would come out against my will. So I need to make him not be in danger. And then clang. What have I not tried? I can't save her for shit. She's unsavable. That's all bad. What about this? Everything is bad! Oh, for peace and sakes. I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Where do I put anything? Can I disable text? Everything's bad! So it's not clang at first. What about bullet first? No. What about theism? No. So, what about there were no bullets first? No. Okay. That's also everything bad. There's gotta be something I can do. I have 2 pieces of letters. I got these 2 and the other 2 fuckers. And I need something to save them, but nothing I do will save them. Oh, now I can't even remember what... No, oh. Whoa, one more thing. I have another small tip regarding the history archives. In here, we can browse see all of the possible endings to a letter. They are displayed on the right. Furthermore, they are arranged in the same order as the small squares you see when you open a letter. They are arranged in this order. The ending with 1 small I is the one you are currently viewing. Oh, I see. I think this could help with my deduction too, because I surely need it right now, when a number of endings increases. Exactly. As for how you want to use it, that's totally up to you. Can I view this one? Okay, so here with the clang and there was no bullet. That's the one that's good for him. So clang and no bullet. Clang and no bullet. And then this. But then it's bad for her. How do I watch hers? Next letter. I can get an S rank for this guy. Wait, what was it? What was it? A bullet flew out without me seeing it. Okay. So that's the S rank for him. For her... Wait, what was his again? Okay. So... Hang on. Wait. I forgot. A bullet flew out without me seeing it. Okay, a bullet flew out without me seeing it. Here we go. So that's bad. Everything is bad with her. Can I delete one? Can I take this and just freaking... How is this not helping her? Well, here you go. I forgot what the stars mean. What do the stars mean? Help. Switch between connected letters. Oh, that's actually helpful. Read. Autoplay. Scroll, zoom, select. I have forgotten what the stars do. Why are there no stars when I got S ranks? Can I do anything here now? History. No, it's grayed out. That means I can't get it yet. What about this one? I am already on an S rank with it. How do I send me some letters so I can make some progress here? Is it this that I need? Is it because I haven't... Oh, it's the stars that I got all endings. Hang on. Could be. Okay, the star is that I got all endings. So, Is it because I need to get stars on the other ones? Well, let's try something here. Tennis in the alley. History. What is the one we haven't got? Oh, it's gonna take an hour. There is absolutely nothing. This should be obtainable. History. Look, it's not grayed out. What are you on about that this is obtainable? Have I made everything? I've made everything with him. There's gotta be something I haven't done with her. Okay, listen. We try. We take everything over here. No, we start off with nothing. Okay. That's not good. There were no bullets in the gun. That's not good. A bullet flew by. Ah! Did I do it? I just didn't knock down a ladder. The guard, he woke up, he stumbled, he was still sleepy. I suddenly had an idea to go, hang on, don't shoot her, I'll shoot. Point the gun, he held the hand, began sweating. Walk to the gate slowly. Do not speak to them. Do not lower your hands. Do not turn around. I pressed the gun against the back of his head and we walked slowly towards the gate. My palms were completely wet with sweat. Only I knew that I was more nervous than he. When we were only a few 100 meters away from the port, I smashed his head with the gun as hard as I could and knocked him out. And then I ran away as fast as possible. I didn't dare look back. There were still plenty of people on the street. Many stores were still open, even in the middle of the night. People were shooting me strange looks when I ran past them. They all seemed to be Asians. But I didn't dare to stop and talk to them. Julie had been right about one thing. Dreams did come true when you did your best. I didn't know how long I had run, but I couldn't take even one more step. I collapsed into a bunch of paper boxes stacked at the corner of an alley. Oh! Best God, there it was! You have solved Kang Ba-gya's problem, but don't forget about Chang Young-min's letter from earlier. All right, it almost slipped my mind. Jesus freaking Christ, this is the best we had. There we go! Look at that! S and stars and everything. Now we can fix this fucker. Somehow. How do I fix him? So now the other situation is resolved so that... that this... No. Wait. Same tactic. It was total chaos. Fire trucks, firemen, fire hoses. Walking to help, but another fireman, he knocked the phone out of my hand. Another one behind him immediately stepped on the phone. The screen cracked into pieces. No! The fireman next to me picked up the phone for me. A foreigner, you really shouldn't stay here. If we don't put out this fire today, we'll be dying 1,000 deaths. Take your phone and get out of here. So that's probably not good. That's the first time I've seen an E. And this is bad over here. So what if? Oh, whoops. This and then... No. This. No. But what about... What am I doing? History. Let's see here. Did I do an A rank that is unobtainable? How did I do that? So I get an A if his cell phone rings and then the fire truck arrives. So let's try. Let's try with the fire trucks arrived and then the cell phone rang. That's not good. That's just not ideal to anyone. Wasn't this an A? I walked over there. So, okay. No, this is the other guy. Hang on. This is the one I want. I walked over there, my cell phone fell to the ground. Okay, I walked over there, my cell phone fell to the ground. I walked over there, my cell phone fell to the ground. This. Here we go. Watch this. Watch. Double S again. Ooh, I'm good. the heck would be calling me at this godforsaken moment? I turned around, answered the phone. It was Lieutenant Kang. Lieutenant briefly asked me about the situation and told me to hand the phone over to the husband. It was the Bungmung Gang. What? Is it true? Oh my, that's wonderful. Thank you. He hung up the phone, dropped the knife, and hugged his wife, sobbing uncontrollably. Oh, because we took them out! So now he's still in debt, but the people that he needs to pay the money to doesn't exist anymore. God, I'm brilliant. So it's all okay now. We can have our lives back. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. It was all my fault. But what just happened? I took my phone back from the man, confused. A strong gust of wind blew past us, and the man lost his balance. I quickly reacted, took a big... we're trying to pull him back, but I was pulled over instead. Fell to the ledge together, the world was spinning. It was 10 floors off the ground, no one would survive if we hit the ground. I swung my right arm as hard as I could towards the roof ledge. Something flew out of my coat. It was a white ribbon I had wrapped around my forearm with a small spearhead tied to its end. Yeah, okay, Spider-Man. The spearhead wrapped around the metal bar and... No, it didn't. And tightened... Listen, I'm a god, and even I wouldn't be able to pull that off. It was my secret weapon. I called it my tail. For a moment, I let out a sigh of relief, thinking that we were safe. But then I realized that this whole throwing a fucking kunai with like a paper on it isn't gonna help shit. But the bar couldn't hold the weight. It began to bend. I tied my left fist and grabbed the man's shirt harder. I burned the last drop of energy inside me with all of the adrenaline I had and forced every single muscle cell to release all of their power. Justice was not something that only I talked about. I threw him up towards the roof. What? Did we call the Avengers or something? We were quickly moving away from each other in opposite directions. The metal bar finally gave out and was torn away from the concrete on the ledge. I began falling with it. I could hear the wind gushing in my ears. This is my justice. There we go! God, I'm good. I solved everything. I got new mail. I mean, we don't have all the endings for everything here, but you know, I mean, look at this. All S's. And the talking dog said that it would be difficult. Okay, well, hang on, let's just see what's up for next one. A relay race. For the tennis guy, okay. And then, Mr. Kwan. Okay, well, that's up for next time, because I'm out of time for this one. I solved the cases now, and that's actually interesting the way that, like, solving this over here ties into this. And I mean, I guess that's very reminiscent of real life. Like, it's not just your story, but how other people walk their path is gonna freaking intertwine with yours in ways that is incomprehensible to even the smartest of minds. I don't know. All I know is that I'm thankful that you watched this episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right, I'm out.